Welcome to Nirguna Academy. So in this video we'll discuss about important question of chemical reaction and equation. In previous video we discussed about that important MCQ questions of this first chapter called as a chemical reaction and equation. And in this video you will discuss about important questions of same chapter, that is chemical reaction and equation, of 1 mark questions, right? First question is what? First question is here. Name the okay okay name the brown fumes formed or liberated when lead PbNO3, right? PbNO3 means lead nitrate. PbNO3 means what? Lead nitrate is heated. Okay, so PbNO, when lead nitrate is heated, which gas will be liberated? They are asking, correct? With which kind of fumes? It is brown fumes. Which brown fume gas will be liberated when lead nitrate is heated? Okay, this is the question. So answer is what? Brown fumes with heated with lead nitrate, brown fumes with the gas releases means that is called as what? Nitrogen dioxide gas will be releases when lead nitrate is heated. When lead nitrate is heated means which gas will be releases? Nitrogen dioxide with the brown fumes. Remember that. Which gas will be released when lead nitrate is heated means nitrogen dioxide with which kind of fumes? Brown fumes, right? This is the answer of that first question. Okay, and the reaction is here is there 2 PbNO3 O2, right? 2 PbNO3 O2 means lead nitrate. It will give what? 2 PbO lead oxide plus 4NO2 lead oxide plus 4 nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen will be released. When lead nitrate is heated means which gas will be released here? Brown fume with nitrogen dioxide gas will be released when lead nitrate is heated. Okay, so this is also very important question is there, right? So which gas liberated when lead nitrate is heated means we can say here answer is there nitrogen dioxide is released with what? Brown fumes. Which gas? That is nitrogen dioxide. Which gas will be released here? Nitrogen dioxide with brown fumes. Very important question is there. You can practice it, right? Which gas will be released? Brown fume with nitrogen dioxide. Okay, next question is there. In iron rings is to be coated with the copper. How can we do this without using electricity? So what is the question here? Iron rings is to be coated with the copper. Iron rings are coated with the copper. So without electricity, how we can do this? Is the question is there, right? Iron rings should be dipped in copper sulfate, right? Iron is dipped in, where you have to dip it in? Copper sulfate solution you have to dip in it, right? Iron ring should be dipped in copper sulfate solution. As iron being more reactive, the copper is displaces and copper form a copper sulfate solution, and copper is coated with a coated on a iron without using electricity. So what is the question here? Answer is what? Of question is that without using electricity, how copper is coated on iron, right? First what you have to do here, iron we have to take and it is dipped in the copper sulfate solution, and the iron is more reactive compared to the copper, so iron can displace copper sulfate. Iron can displace copper sulfate from the copper sulfate, and it will becomes iron sulfate plus copper. So from this method only copper is coating on which iron material. This is the answer. Okay, when iron is dipped in the copper sulfate solution and iron is more reactive than copper, so copper sulfate solution and copper will be coated on which iron without using electricity. This is the answer for that second answer, right? Remember that iron always more reactive than copper, correct? Next question is there copper oxide, right? Next copper oxide plus hydrogen liberate or give rise to copper plus H2O. In this reaction, name the reactant that oxidized and the reduced. Here which reaction is there? Copper plus what? Hydrogen is there, correct? In this reaction, which is the oxidant, which is the reduction, you have to study. What is oxidation and reduction means? First you have to understand. So what is oxidation means? The substance which gains the oxygen is called as a oxidation, and what is reduction means? The substance which loses the oxygen, it is called as a reduction. What is oxidation? The substance or a reactant that gains the oxygen, that is called as a oxidation. Oxidation means what? The substance which are gaining the oxygen, it is called as a oxidation, and the substance which losing the oxygen, it is called as a reduction, right? Here in this reaction, hydrogen copper is losing the oxygen and it will produces what? Okay, so what is the reaction here? Again we'll write here. So what is the reaction? Reaction is what? Copper oxide plus H2, correct? Here copper oxide H2. When reaction, it will be gives what? Copper plus H2, right? Here copper is losing oxygen to become here copper oxide is there in the reactant and it is losing oxygen and it will become copper here, and hydrogen is gaining oxygen and it will becomes a water molecule. So here copper is reducing reducing, and here hydrogen is what? Oxidized. Okay, so which one is oxidized and which one is the reduced? Means copper oxide is reduced to copper and hydrogen is oxidized to become water. This is the answer for that third question, right? So answer is what here? In the same it is there that here hydrogen is oxidized and copper is what? Reduced. So copper is reduced and hydrogen is gain oxygen, right? This is called as what? Oxidation reaction and reduction reaction. Okay, so next fourth question is there. Manufacturer of chips flush the packet of chips with the nitrogen gas. Why? So okay, you can remember remember this. Why all the chips packets or food they are flushed with nitrogen gas? Why? Because so already we know that. So what is the rancidity means? What? The special food like fat and oils lose, they will be spoil in the presence of air and their taste and smell will changes. This is called as a rancidity, correct? The foods like fats and oil foods, they will changes their taste and smell in the presence of air. So this phenomena is called as what? Rancidity. So due to this spoiling of the food, especially fat food and oily food, we are flushed with nitrogen gas. This nitrogen gas is makes the barrier between what? Oxygen and food. It means it will not makes the contact between food and oxygen, so they will be prevention from what? Rancid, and the food will be remains fresh for a weeks or for a days. So for that only nitrogen gas are flushed with all kind of foods. For example, chips packets, again for some pickles like this, whatever that food packets is there, we are inserting some nitrogen gas because to prevent from oxidation. If that food is a contact with the oxygen, means the food will get spoiled and the taste and smell will be changes. To prevent from this only, we are adding, or a companies will add, or a manufacturer will add nitrogen gas to the food particles, right? This only answer is here written. Chips packets are flushed with nitrogen gas to prevent from rancidity. Prevent from rancidity also we can write, or prevent from oxidation, because they will spoil the food. Okay, this is the answer, right? Next, another question they are asked here. So about the same what we discussed in the third question, same question here. Zinc oxide plus carbon reacting with each other and produce zinc plus carbon monoxide. So which is oxidizing and which is reducing? Okay, we have to say. Okay. What is the reaction here? Zinc oxide plus carbon is there, correct? So it will gives the what? Zinc plus carbon monoxide. Here CO means what? Carbon monoxide. Here CO2 means what? Carbon dioxide. And CO3 means what? Here CO3 means a carbonate compound. Here CO means single O is there, means a carbon monoxide. CO2 is there, means carbon dioxide. And CO3 is means a carbonate compounds are there. So here correct, three compounds will form with the carbon and oxygen. One is a carbon monoxide, CO2 will come means carbon dioxide, and CO3 will be called as a carbonate compounds, right? Okay. In this reaction already we discussed that in the third question, which elements will loses the oxygen, they are called as a reduction, and which elements will gain the oxygen, they are called as what? Oxidation. Here zinc oxide, ZNO means zinc oxide losing the oxygen molecule and becoming what? Zinc. It is the reducing element or a reduction, right? Here carbon is gaining the oxygen and becoming carbon monoxide, so it is called as what? Oxidized, right? So already we know that simple definitions are there. Gaining of oxygen is called as a gaining of oxygen is called as a oxidation, losing of oxygen is called as a reduction, right? Here carbon is gaining oxygen from the zinc oxide, so it will becomes carbon monoxide, it is oxidizing. And here zinc oxide losing the oxygen and it is becoming a zinc, so it is a reduced. And here oxygen carbon monoxide is what? Gaining the oxygen, it is called as a oxidation. Okay, this is the simple answer for that question, right? Okay, next, which is the next question here? Sixth one is there. Name the product when calcium oxide react with water, right? Calcium oxide means what? CaO, right? Name the product calcium oxide react with water, CaO plus what? Calcium oxide plus what they are which reacting with the water is reacting, correct? Which product they will produce means that product is what? CaOH2, right? CaOH2. What is the compound here? Okay, again I will write here CaOH2 plus heat will be releases. Okay, when calcium oxide react with water, what they will produce is a CaOH2 means a calcium hydroxide plus what they will release here? Heat will be releases. Here first one thing you know that the popularly calcium oxide is known as what? Quicklime. Remember that is also very important there. So what is the popular name of calcium oxide? It is known as a quicklime. So right, CaO is also known as what? Quicklime, correct? So and this CaOH2 is also known as what? Slaked lime. This it is known as what? Slaked lime. What is the in exam they can ask what is the formula of quicklime means we can write a CaO, and what is the chemical formula of slaked lime means CaOH2. Okay, this type of reaction also called as what? Combination reaction. So here two or more elements reacting to give one single product is called as what? A combination reaction. Here one reactant is there, again second reactant is there, so it will give only one product is called as a calcium hydroxide, so it is called as what? A combination reaction, right? So another point is there. So this also reaction is example of exothermic reaction. The reaction in which heat is released is called as what? Exothermic reaction. In this reaction heat is releasing, correct? This also called as out exothermic reactions. Okay, here one in one answer only, three answer will be there. Okay, three question they can ask. Okay, again I will repeat here once again. So what is the question is our main question is what? Calcium oxide, right? React with water, correct? Calcium oxide is reacting with water. What is the product they are asking? Our product is what? CaOH2 plus what? Heat. Our main product is, our answer is this much only. The question is what? Calcium oxide react with water means which product will be releases means our answer is what? CaOH2, right? This is the answer of our for question. But additional what you have to know here, the popular name of this CaO is what? Quicklime. additional okay, additional information is there. Maybe they can ask you in your exam, what is the chemical formula, chemical form of quicklime means we can write CaO, right? And popular name of calcium oxide means we can write quick lime, LIME, quick lime, right? What is the chemical formula of quick lime means CaO, and what is the chemical popular name of calcium oxide means we can write quick lime, right? Understood? Okay, next same thing only here, right? Next, what about this calcium hydroxide? This calcium hydroxide, this is popularly known as what? Slaked lime, slaked lime, slaked lime. Okay, in exam they can ask what is the popular name of calcium hydroxide means you can write slaked lime, or other way, in another way they can ask what is the chemical formula of slaked lime means you can write CaOH2. This is also called as what? Slaked lime, or chemical formula of slaked lime is CaOH2. This also are very important, right? Another two questions will be hiding in this question only. So what is combination reaction means? One or two reactant, here one reactant is there, this is a second reactant, one or two reactant combined to give a single product is called as a combination reaction. Here one reactant is there, another reactant combining to give what? A single product is called as a combination reaction. And another one definition is hiding in this question only, means in this chemical reaction only, a reaction in which in the reaction in which heat is released, right? Here heat is releasing with the formation of product. A reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of product is called as a exothermic reaction, right? This is also an example of exothermic reaction. This is an example of combination reaction. It is an example of combination reaction as well as the exothermic reaction. In one equation you remembered means you can solve easily three questions, right? This is about the what? Exothermic reaction as well as the again copper or calcium oxide react with water, and combination reaction. All three questions in three answers in single question is there. So in next video we'll again discuss about important questions of this chapter only, chemical reaction and equation, and you can stay tuned with our channels for more videos. Thank you.